toughest challenge in 2K?
To be honest, I haven't really had a lot of competition.
On this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, we have an interactive special where you guys have the chance to win PC and we show you what's to come in 2016. Tune in. You are one of the players that they say is the toughest to challenge in 2K.
To be honest, I haven't really had a lot of competition.
On this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, we have an interactive special where you guys have the chance to win tons of VC and
And this is where it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lifetime will be achieved. And there's no doubt going to be some incredible action all along the way. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and Louisville.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in the power forward. Hotfluth off the pick and hammers it home.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
Here's Freak. Off the left rim and out.
And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
And again, it's Louisville from deep.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Pass to Decker. It's back to Hill. There's a good screen. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still,
teams changing it up here. Here is Hawkins. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Hawkins, Kaminsky out there with Decker, and it's Conley in at the 2. Decker gets the bucket.
Well-executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
There's Freak. The three-pointer off the mark. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Decker. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Hawkins has got his first bucket in this one.
And a nice soft touch on the board.
And, you know, when you have that general touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by.
Yeah, but how about the fight there prior to that ball being available? That's what I like and what you need to really focus on when they have plays like that.
The Louisville Cardinals have had a real strong run lately in college hoops, Clark. Even after changing conferences a few years back, they continue to shine.
You know, and nobody knew, Kevin, just how they would fare in the new and stronger conference, but it's been winning as usual for the Cardinals.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a four-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that.
And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Freak, he's in at point guard. Harrell is out there with White. Then there's Sanders. And it's Mack in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Badgers, Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky. Then it's Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4 spot. Feeds it to Kaminsky. To the middle. From 10 feet out. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Fires for 3. The Badgers pull it in. Well, Wisconsin has had a bit of a renaissance in their program of late, Clark. Last decade and a half have seen them put up some great seasons.
And you know, Kevin, the Badgers weren't really a major powerhouse in hoops until the turn of the century. But now, they're one of the most consistent teams in the country.
There's Freak. Tries again. Harrell, that's good. And Louisville leads by 2.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Out of bounds, Louisville takes possession.
And Badgers have been great since right around the millennium.
Freak with it. 11 points in the game. Tries it from the top of the key. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Peyton is out there with her, and it's Hughes in at the 3.
And, you know, for Wisconsin and their consistent appearances in the tournament, guys, they don't just show up and leave now. I mean, they often go deep in the tournament. Sooner or later, I think they might go all the way again.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Hill's gone 80% from the field, 4 of 5 shooting.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
And it's Evans missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Now here is Hill. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Hawkins passes to Evans. That doesn't go either for Evans. Louisville leading by 3. From outside the arc. And it's Freak missing.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Hill kicks to Hawkins. Shoots from 12. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that was a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
There's Freak. Offensive rebound. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
It's been a good one for Hill. 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
The Badgers making a switch here. Kaminsky's checked in. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
There's Freak. Louisville again missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Sanders dishes to Hill. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Passes it to Hill. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And the free throw, no good. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Clark, no room for error here.
Kevin, got to be perfect from here on out. You're exactly right.
Oh, big three right there. I mean, I've got to say, defensive breakdown, no doubt. They've got to have a bigger man on him.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
19 seconds left in the game. There's Freak. The 3 won't fall. Second chance shot. Oh, missed it. And so they foul intentionally. And he drops the first one, and he can gather himself now and try to make it 2 in a row. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
From deep 3-point range, and the miss. So it's Wisconsin picking up the